Hi, Stephen T. here from Martial Art World. I'm standing here with Sifu Chin of Southern Praying Mantis. Welcome to Martial Art World.
Hi, thank you, Steve.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about the origins of Southern Mantis.
Southern Mantis is basically a fairly new system. It's about 350 years old, and it was first started by a monk called Samdat, and it's in the province of Guangxi in China. And he wasn't particularly happy with some of the martial arts that he was learning. So basically the story is that he went out of the temple after having lost a few fights, and he felt badly about it. So while he was in the forest meditating, in the bamboo forest, that's why it's called Guangxi Zhuklamji. So it's in the bamboo forest of Guangxi. And what he did was that he observed a praying mantis, and believe it or not, our legend is that he was fighting against a bird. And the mantis was able to fight off the bird. And by observing their moves, Samdat was able to come up with this totally new system. And from there on, it was taught to a lay CMC, which is another monk or abbot, and it was handed down to a Zheng Yuzheng, who taught to our Grand Master, which is Lam Sang. From there, it moved into the United States in the late 1950s. So basically our system is fairly new. It's not very well known in the United States. And for all of you martial arts enthusiasts out there, you might know that Master Jin Fun Mak does teach this system in Minnesota. And however, he was a master here in New York back in probably about the 70s. He left here in the early 70s to teach in Minnesota.
Now, tell me, I see the uniqueness of Southern Mantis. Can you tell us some of the differences between the Northern and the Southern Praying Mantis systems as you see it?
The basic difference is that the Northern Mantis is a long hand. They're fairly elaborate and very, I would say, intricate in terms of the fighting technique. They'll advance, they'll attack, they'll jump, they'll leap, they have a lot of sweeps, a lot of leg moves. Southern Mantis is more stable in the sense that we don't jump around as much. Our hand techniques are fairly quick, and our foot techniques are, I would say, a little more subtle, and we don't kick above the waist. So basically, if we encounter another combatant or another stylist, basically we guard our top half of the body.
Okay.
And we normally block just with the bottom half of our foot. So we don't really jump up and down a lot. So those are the kind of basic differences.
So training in Southern Mantis consists of what? Forearms, sticky hands?
Basically,
can you tell us about that?
Basically, the Mantis system, we start from the top down. We'll work from our hands to your forearms, to your biceps, and then we'll work down to our stances. We have a primary set called Sifu Chin, which works all the fingers, the forearms, and the shoulders. And the hand speed, Southern Mantis is pretty quick in hand speed. Mm-hmm. And we do a lot of chi sao, which is sticky hands. And when the students get more advanced, they can practically practice blindfolded, but that's for the advanced students. And that is as long as the opponent touches you.
Right.
Okay. Should they leave, then we would disengage also. In our school, we basically start with Sifu Chin, which is a basic form. After that, we would do what they call two-man set. It's a breakdown where you interpret all the moves, and it goes into a choreographed set. So this way you get the feeling of the hands and hand speed, and you get the kicking and the movement of all your stances. One of the unique techniques of praying mantis is the phoenix eye. Basically, our concept is that instead of a punch, which spreads out the power upon impact, we use the phoenix eye, which is, you can compare it between a sledgehammer and an ice pick. So by using a phoenix eye and using fingers, we have a concentrated power and concentrated force.
Right, now I notice in sticky hands training, people are controlling their power. Do you also do freestyle or sparring with this? It sounds it would be very dangerous.
Shiso basically now is, as you can see in the background, some of the students are practicing, is that during the time of practice, they must stick, because you begin to feel the opponent, to feel when his power emanates. It's you might say, comparable to a Tai Chi push hands. It's not something where you strike out and you do a 1, 2, 3 block. You're constantly on the opponent, touching, feeling, and generating power. And also our power is what they call yum, which is the yin. It's a yin power. Yang power is more of your direct power. That's your ki. That's your scream when you hit someone. When we strike, it's very quiet, and you take the totality of your energy from your one point.
So your sticky hands practice is not concerned with issuing power, it's concerned mainly with sticking.
It's been concerned with sticking as well as emanating. Because what we do is that, for instance, if a person touches your hand, from softness will emanate the power, will generate the energy. So, although it looks like they're not using much strength right now, it is a lot of power. You can get very tired just doing this in a short time.